So at this point, we have a complete e-commerce website or online store. But the interesting thing is that we are the only ones who are seeing what we have done so far. Our work is not on the internet. This website is only accessible on this computer. How do we make this website accessible to everyone? We have to take it to the internet. And how do we do that so that we don't have to start everything from scratch? In this tutorial, we are going to upload the contents of our website here from this local server to a remote server, to a server that can have our website contents accessible by everyone in the world. So how do we take the website from our local server to the internet? In a very easy way. Let's go to our dashboard. We are going to use a plugin known as All-in-One WP Migration. So let's go to Plugins, click on Add New. This plugin is going to serve the functionality of helping us export the full website, everything including the administrator dashboard and also the front end, 100% of the website, and then import the contents to a server that is on the internet. The plugin again is All-in-One WP Migration. So you type that at the Search Plugins section here. So you see All-in-One WP Migration. So click on Install now. So at this point, make sure that your computer has an internet connection, with the reason being that this is looking up the plugin from wordpress.org, which is on the internet. So activate. Now the plugin is active. It means that it will now work and play the role we want it to do. So if you scroll downwards, you see All-in-One WP Migration and click on Export. And here we are able to export the entire website into either a file that can be downloaded onto our computer, or we can upload it to any of these services: FTP, Dropbox, Google Drive, and a whole lot of other cloud services here, so that when we get our server online, we can just import it. So let's take the first option, a file, so that it downloads the file onto our computer and we can easily upload it. So click on File. So you don't have to close the web browser window to interrupt the process. You have to leave it open and being in operation to 100%. Then you can download it. So wait till the process gets to 100%. Then you can proceed. Now the whole website file is available for download. So download it. Now the download is complete, so it is ready to be imported on our new server. To have our website on a server on the internet, we need web hosting service. A hosting service from a company with reliable services and infrastructure. And this is what comes to mind. What are some of the best WordPress hosting service providers? And this also comes to mind that what type of hosting should you choose? We have shared hosting and we have cloud hosting. We also have other types of hosting such as VPS hosting, but here we are going to focus much more on shared hosting and cloud hosting and why you should choose the latter. Now this is a typical example of shared hosting where your website is hosted among numerous other websites on the same server. The performance of your website is as good as the performance of other websites. You are using resources together with other websites on same server. But how about you having your own server, which is managed by cloud engineers? And this is what cloud hosting offers you. Cloudways will give you a dedicated cloud server. It is for you alone. You are not sharing resources with any other website. You can equally use that same server to host numerous websites that are for you, but you are not sharing the resources with any other websites. You don't know of their performance. And Cloudways uses servers from top cloud providers such as Amazon, as you can see here, Google Cloud Platform, Vultr, DigitalOcean, and Linode. And these are top cloud providers. And for one thing, cloud hosting is a better form of hosting than shared hosting. And that is why top companies opt for cloud systems. so that they will have complete control over their own server and they won't compete with any other website on their server. Now, cloud hosting in itself requires a lot of work, and that is the reason why Cloudways is there to set up everything for you. So you don't have to worry about the server security, the maintenance of the server, the installation of software. Well, they give you options for you to be able to install your favorite applications with just a single click, and such applications include WordPress. Let's launch a server on Cloudways and get started. So in the description of this video is a link leading to the sign up process. So scroll down the description of the video, click on this link, or if you are watching this video offline, then this is the link to sign up. You can manually enter this link so that you can sign up. So click on start a free trial. Now provide your details. I would best describe myself as, so choose one that fully describes who you are. In this case, e-commerce. Choose a minimum monthly hosting spending. I'll choose the minimum one. Agree to terms and click on start free. Now before we will be able to install the application, we have to verify our account. This one has a two-step verification process to verify phone number and email. They have to ensure your credibility first before entrusting their server into your care. So you click on verify your account. The first verification process is phone verification. So you enter your phone number. A confirmation code will be sent to your phone number, so you provide a phone number that is working and can receive SMS. So I've received the verification code. The verification code is 555416. So you enter that to confirm. So the next step is to verify email. So I have to check my inbox for a message from Cloudways. So this is my email from Cloudways to activate my email address. So once I click on activate, the process will be completed. Here the verification process is successful, so I'm being directed to launch a server so that I can start using Cloudways platform. One cool feature of Cloudways is the fact that they enable you to launch your favorite applications with one-click install. So for example, here I have WordPress. Clicking on this drop down helps me to choose any application I want. So WordPress version 5.3 is the latest one. Then I have other ones, like if I want to launch a custom PHP application, Laravel framework, Magneto, we have Drupal, OpenCat, content management system applications that I can launch with just one click. So here I choose WordPress and then I give my application a name. So let's say my WordPress website. Then I name my server. So here you are going to be given a dedicated cloud server, a server that is for you alone. So I have to name my server, let's say my server. And I can classify my websites or applications into projects so that I can easily manage them. So let's say this is just a project, any project, so project 1. So these are the cloud providers that we talked about previously: DigitalOcean, Linode, Vultr, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform. So these ones are those that you can choose from. So if you want a cloud server from DigitalOcean, then you choose that. If you want from these ones, Linode, Vultr, whichever one you want, you choose it. So here I'm going to use the DigitalOcean, and then I have to choose server size. So this one helps me to choose the RAM size, and I want to choose 1 GB. So I just click on the 1 GB option, and that tells me that the pricing is this price, 0.0139 per hour or $10 per month, and this is pay as you go and post billing. So you are going to be billed what you have used only during the month, so that you pay it at the end of the month. This is very flexible, but because this is a free trial, we are not going to be charged. we are going to be charged only after the free trial when we opt for a premium service. So here we choose a location. So I just want to choose London. Having done this, I've chosen my application, WordPress. I've chosen my server, a location. I click on launch now. This is the initial step, so it's going to create both a server and a WordPress website for me at the same time. Subsequently, I'm going to create websites on this same server. Because this is the beginning, I have to create a server first before I can add websites. Cloudways helps you to be able to create unlimited websites on a single server, as long as the resources can serve those websites. Normally, for this 1 GB RAM and 25 gig disk space, you can host conveniently about 15 websites on this, and you pay only $10 at the end of the month. So the server is being added, and afterwards the WordPress application will be created within a few minutes. So within a few minutes, like 5 minutes or less, my server has been created, my WordPress website has been also created, and I'm ready to work on my website. So on this server, when you click on this, you see that the WordPress website I created with one-click install is located here. So clicking on this, it takes you to where you can manage the application. So you can see an information here that add unlimited websites on one server with no limitations, and this will save you hosting costs as we charge per server, not per website. This is really cool. Now these are our access details, the details that we can use to access the website and also to access our database if the need arises. So starting from the top here, this is the application URL. So Cloudways gives us a temporary website address to use, such as the one we see here, so that we can later buy our domain name when the website is ready, and we will be able to point that domain name to this website so that it replaces the URL that we have here. So to take a look at your website, this is the link, which is the application URL. Clicking on that takes you to your website, and this is the nature of the website now. But to log into the administrator panel or the WordPress dashboard, we have to use these details. So the URL is the same thing with /wp admin in addition. So let's just launch that using this link here. It takes us to the login area, and the administrator panel details here, the username and password, are what you can use to log into your WordPress dashboard. So by default, when you install WordPress on Cloudways, you are given these details. Click on it to copy the username. Enter the username here by pasting it. Click on the password to copy and paste it. Then you log in. Then you are taken to your WordPress dashboard. At this point, we are going to import the website that we exported from our local server. We saved it as a file, so we are going to import it to this very website so that it replaces all the content that we can see here. The first step to do this is to install the plugin that we are going to use for this process. So go to plugins and add new and search for all-in-one WP migration. Install now. After installation, you have to activate it. So you go to all-in-one WP migration, and this time we are going to import. So click on import. We are going to import the file here by selecting it, or we can easily drag and drop it here. But if you look at the notice down here, it says that the maximum upload file size is 60 megabytes. Whatever value you see here that is lesser than the size of the file we are uploading, the process will not work. Here, the size is limited to only 60 megabytes, and the file that we exported is almost 200 megabytes. So we have to go back to our Cloudways server and increase the maximum upload size. So go back to Cloudways and click on Servers. Select your server by clicking on it. Go to Settings and Packages. And here we see the various values. We have the upload size, we have execution limit. So change these two values especially to something like 300 and save changes. The settings have been saved. Now go back to your WordPress dashboard refresh the website for the changes to be effected. So we see the maximum upload file size is the value we entered right now, 300 megabytes. We can now successfully import our file. So click on Import From and choose File. Browse for the file by going to where it is located. Mine is still located at the Downloads folder, and that is the first file. Having chosen the file, you wait for the process to move to 100% on the progress bar. So now that the process has got to 100%, we are almost through with the importation process. And here the information is that this process is going to overwrite this website's database, its media, the plugins and themes. In fact, everything that we had offline on our local server is what we are transferring here. So the entire website is what we are having here. So we have to proceed with the process. And we have to keep the browser window opened till the process is really complete. Good, we finished importing our website successfully. So we have to click on Finish. Now it is the old WordPress installation that is still existing here. So we have to refresh our website to see how the importation that we've done has affected what we have here. So refresh the website. And here we have to log in again. The reason is that everything about the website has changed, including the login details. This username and password we have here have been replaced since the whole website has changed. They have all been replaced with the old login credentials we used when we were creating the website on a local server. So that is what we have to enter. So enter those login details and then click on Login. After entering your login credentials, that is your username or email, and then the password, you will now be able to successfully log in into your dashboard. And now you have your website just as you had on the local server. And if you refresh the website, you see that the contents are now not the same as before. So we have successfully been able to migrate our website from the local server to a server on the internet. So now our website is live and can be accessed anywhere by anyone that has internet connection and on any device at all. And at this point, you may have to upgrade your Cloudways account by going to the account section, click on Accounts, then click on Credit Card and add your credit card details to your Cloudways account so that the trial period will not end soon for your website to be deleted. Once you add your credit card, you are not going to pay for the billing right now. You are going to pay for the billing at the end of the month based on what you have used. And the more reason why I even advocate that you upgrade your account right now is that we are going to add more features to our website. In fact, we are going to go through the whole process of where a customer will be able to use the website completely by making an order, tracking the order, and then the administrator also processing the order of the customer. We are going to go through all these to see how exactly the website is working. Then we will modify certain features of the website to make it more appealing. We would also add WhatsApp chat to the website so that it will be very easy for people to have a chat with the website owner. We would also work on the security of the website. Now that it is online, especially when we add our domain name and it becomes more visible to people, there are some people who would like to log in to the website to the point where your website might be compromised. And apparently these people do not have the right to do so. Now, how do you prevent these illicit logins? How do you prevent your website from being compromised? By performing some security checks on the website. We are going to go through this thoroughly so that our websites can be so reliable and remain online till we pull it down by ourselves. We would add several other payment gateways that users can choose from, apart from the ones that we used. we would add some payment methods or payment gateways that customers will be able to check out and pay both online and offline. Then as we proceed, eventually we would point our domain name to the website to replace the temporary URL that we have here. I have already added my credit card details to my Cloudways account. So if you have not done that, then you can do that as soon as possible.